Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is going to be on American Horror Story Season 9, Episode 4, and sprinkled in with a little episode number 3. First of all, I just want to apologize I didn't get the video out for last week. I was sick as a dog. I'm still recovering, so if it looks like I haven't had sleep in the past week, it's because I haven't. So I apologize about that, but I really want to get these reviews out to you. So this weekend I'm going to kind of catch up as much as I can. I'm still kind of getting over it. I'm not 100%, but I will get there. But anyway, I loved episode 3. I loved this whole season altogether. And, you know, we don't really have to talk about episode 3 because, you know, it's kind of moot at this point. But I did like, you know, just a little bit about episode 3, and that's that kid, I can't remember his name, that killed the other kid inadvertently in college. And, you know, he snagged his watch, and I thought that was going to come into play, you know, like, you know, he was going to get framed as a killer because he had killed somebody else, but didn't mean to. But it kind of led to this, me thinking how the episode was going to go. And in true American Horror Story fashion, they flipped the script and just killed them off. So that was the end of that. But I still love the way this season is going. I love everything 80s. And I know I haven't mentioned this in the other reviews of the episodes, but the score is awesome. I love 80s music, 80s lore altogether. I love everything that came out of the 80s. That's my favorite decade by far. But anyway, here we go into episode 4. And now it's revealed that what's-her-face, that camp counselor, is the actual killer. And Mr. Jingles was never the killer. She framed him, and then he got taken to an asylum, got the shock treatment, and made to believe that he was the killer. So what did he do? He escaped and started killing again because that's what he thought he was. But he really isn't. And I love that. I love that about this show, that they could twist things around and, you know, make you think one thing for many episodes, and then bam, it's flipped over and you find out the real reveal. And I love stuff like that. That's why I love this show. Not just the season. They do it every season. So I really shouldn't get my expectations too high about certain things because they're going to flip it on me, you know, sooner or later. But anyway, I like that. And I liked the whole, you know, the Night Stalker versus Mr. Jingles, you know, them fighting each other, and Mr. Jingles ends up killing them and, you know, putting them on that branch sticking out, and he, you know, just impales his head. And I thought that was going to be it. You know, then it was going to be about Mr. Jingles and that camp counselor. I can't, why her name escapes me, kills me. But anyway, you know who I'm talking about. But, you know, then you have the Rita person, the nurse. I think her name's Donna for real, but I'm just going to call her Nurse Rita because that's who she's posing as. You know, then she's doing this experiment, you know, to follow the killer and really find out how they hunt. You know, she's treating it like it's an animal experiment. And I think that's brilliant too in this show. I love that. But here comes the supernatural element into the show. And, you know, we saw it a little bit before with that ghost that keeps running and coming back, you know, getting killed and coming back, and he's running from the, you know, he's in this endless loop, it seems like, of, you know, being chased by Mr. Jingles. But in this episode, you know, Richard Ramirez, you know, he gets killed, and then the Nurse Rita sees him be resurrected by whatever spirit it is. Is it the devil? You know, is it, you know, this takes place in 1984, so I can't remember where, well, Murder House is kind of recent, and so it's not the Antichrist guy from last season. So it's not him. So this must be the devil, I'm thinking, you know, because he was praying to him earlier, you know, cutting his hand and spilling the blood on the pentagram or whatever it was on the ground and kind of praying to him. So I guess he answered his call and brought him back to life. So I'm kind of wondering where that is going. But I'm really just digging the whole, they're at a camp and there's these killers everywhere. You know, normally it's just one killer, but now there are 3 killers. You have Mr. Jingles, who wasn't a killer, was made into a killer, and now doesn't know what he is. Then you have the Night Stalker, who was a killer that got killed and now is resurrected and is going to keep killing. And then you have the camp counselor, who is the real killer and is probably going to keep killing in the name of God, no less. So yeah, I'm really intrigued about where this is going, but I love the tropes. The girl running by herself through the woods. Which path do I take? Then she takes the path with the traps on it, of course. So I'm just digging everything 80s about this show and about this season. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm loving it. Can't wait for next week. But anyway, it's not all about me. It's about you. What do you think about this episode? What do you think about this season? Let me know in the comments below. And remember to make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!